I'm here with Jon Galione, the live vision mixer for Manchester Phoenix on a match night. Jon, how many seasons have you been with us now?
This is my second season with the Phoenix. I was here last year as a camera operator and now I've come back this time as a vision mixer.
We started out last season doing a lot of games on the road, so you spent a lot of time in a cherry picker at D-side, is that correct?
Yeah, it's true. I was either at D-side in the cherry picker or at Sheffield up in the galleries just watching from afar. So this time it's like I'm deeper into the game, closer to it, in more with the atmosphere and with the crowd.
You're in a bit of a safer position this year. The players aren't trying to kill you with their pucks up in the cherry picker. Do you feel a bit better about that?
I do, because obviously when you're like 15 foot up in the air and like pucks are flying past your head, it can get quite daunting. It's like, whoop, there's another one. Whereas now this time I'm safe far off at the back behind a computer desk and behind my monitors, nothing can touch me there.
So the workload's gotten greater with the addition of the plasma screens, and of course we've gone from 2 cameras to 3. What's it been like training up new camera operators to replace yourself?
Well, it's been quite strange for me because obviously I learned as a camera operator and I'd never done vision mixing before, and I was new to the game as well, and so it was like the only thing I'd seen of the game before was things like Mighty Ducks, and so for me to come in and watch the game how it's actually played, it's a lot different. So first of all I had to learn the game myself and how to do that and how to film it, and then to pass that on to the next generation of camera operators, and so it's like it's created a big difference for me.
Like I say, the addition of the 3rd camera position, the wide camera, has that made your life easier?
Yes and no. Yes, because it gives me something extra to cut to if I have nothing on from the other 2 cameras. But no, because during the fast game I'm having to watch 3 little monitors all in one go. So it's a help and a hindrance.
The feedback from the fans has been pretty positive. They enjoy what they're seeing on the plasmas. Does that matter to you?
Yeah, it's always nice to be told that that someone enjoys what you're doing. But obviously it's not just me that's doing it. I've got the cameras thing. If they weren't doing their job properly, then it'd make my job a lot harder. So yeah, thankfully I'm getting good stuff from my camera operators.
You talked earlier about the fact that all you knew of hockey was watching the Mighty Ducks. So what have you done to improve your hockey knowledge?
Well, because I hadn't seen them since I was young, so I went back and rewatched them again, and then realised that obviously Mighty Ducks is not a true representation of hockey, which is a shame, because I actually liked that representation. No, I'm joking. But I went back and then I started watching online, like the different things, like the different American teams, watching how they'd put the games together on their websites and stuff. And so I had a look at their highlights, and then I went last year when they were away at Coventry, went to one of the matches there and just watched them as a fan rather than as someone who was working, and just got my head around the game and the way that they move and the speed and stuff like that to help to get in line with the game.
So you've already trained up your replacement camera operator, but at the moment you're a student and you're going to be graduating this year. Are you looking forward to training up your replacement vision mixer?
Ooh, I think it will be difficult, but yes, because obviously a lot of the time you don't have time to think, let alone tell someone what to think at the same time. So obviously you're thinking on instincts, and a lot of the time when I'm like talking through the headset, I'm like Jenny, Millhouse, Benton, and I get all the names wrong anyway. And so if I'm having to tell someone else which names to say, then it's going to be quite difficult. But it's a challenge, and I'm open to challenges.
You're referring there to everyone's call sign. We have some people who have similar sounding names, so everyone gets a call sign.
We've got Jenny, James, and I myself and John, so that's 3 J's over a channel. And so if you're like Jenny, John, James, it gets confusing. So obviously we've had to we've now got Millhouse, Fenton and Garth, and so I get to talk to them. And so what I do is I put myself little stickers above like the little monitors, so that at a moment's notice if I forget the names I can just actually read it off my monitors, that way I don't actually forget.
Why is Garth called Garth?
Because he looks like Garth from the Wayne's World. He's got long blonde hair, but he reminds me of Dana Carvey. So yeah, Garth from Wayne's World.
So we've recruited Garth from Wayne's World on the camera crew.
Yes, we have. And we've also got Millhouse from The Simpsons. So yes, we have them too.
Jon Galione, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure, never a chore.